Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Right, today we're going to be doing some coasters, and I'm going to do some Highland cattle coasters for my daughter because she's crazy about Highland cattle. So what I did is I just printed off some images. So just be careful when you're printing off images if you're going to be selling anything that they're not copyright or licensed, because you could get yourself in a whole heap of trouble. So these are just a gift to my daughter, so they're not being sold, so I'm allowed to do that. So you are allowed to print off and use licensed prints as long as they're for yourself. Okay, I've got my part A resin warming on this cup warmer here because it's very, very thick and it tends to be quite hard to mix without getting trillions of bubbles. So I've got that warmed up. So now I just need to add my second part to that. So we can get rid of that now. So it's a lot runnier now, it's not so thick. So I'm going to mix up 200 mils because I'm going to put 50 in each one to start with. So where's my 200 mark? There it is. That's 200, up to 200, so 100 of the first part A and 100 part B. So I write on my lids which is which because the lids don't say, and if you've got the lids off at the same time, it's quite easy to get confused which is which, and then if you put the lid on the wrong one, it's going to cure and you're never going to get it off. So that's what I do, just so I tell you that bit of information. So this set of coasters comes with a little caddy to slot your coasters into, so I'm going to be doing that the same colour as the base of these. Right, so I've got my resin there. I'm going to go put my mask on now and give that a good stir. Pardon me. Oh dear, froggy throat. And then I'll come back and I'm going to do the base this colour because it sort of goes well with the Highland cattle. Okay, I'll be back when I have mixed that up. I'm going to get my mask. Just got to clean these moulds up a little bit. Got a bit of glitter or something stuck in the bottom there. Just a little bit of masking tape will do, and it'll get off any bits and pieces and dust that you've got in there for anyone that's new to this resin art. Okay, I'm going to leave my mask on because I'm still playing with this resin. I wasn't in some of my other videos and I decided it's just not worth the risk anymore. So if my voice is muffled, I apologise for that, but hopefully you'll still hear me. Right, so I've got 200 mils of the resin here. It's just craft resin. I'll just show you properly which one it is. This one here. It's a 1-to-1, and it's available on Temu, Dick Smith online, and there's a couple of other places that sell it too. So it's quite easy to find. I will put a link in the description for you where you can get that. So I'm going to need quite a bit of mica because it's, yeah, probably start about that much. Big heaped spoonful because it is 200 mils of resin. So I want it quite opaque, you know, really well mixed in. So the pictures that I got off the internet, I just downsized them to fit in there, and there's going to have a border around of this colour, so you can see that colour as well as on the sides. And what I do is cut them out and then I laminated them, and then I just leave a few mils on the edge, so don't cut too close to your paper, otherwise you will open that laminate and resin will get in and ruin your paper, ruin your piece. So that's what I do, laminate them and just cut. You can see few mil out from the edge. You won't really see that laminate through the clear resin that we put on top later. I mean, if you really look hard, you can see it, but I think it's a good way of doing it. You can Mod Podge your pieces of paper if you want. Give it a couple of coats each side, and then glue that down onto your cured resin. But my ones, I put these down when it's still tacky. It's thick, but it's not cured, nowhere near cured. And they stick nicely to the resin then. So let's have a look. I think that's enough actually. Just move my stick sideways. No, a little bit more. I thought there was enough, but no, let's go with another spoonful. Not as big, but still quite a bit. I will come back to you when I'm finished stirring this. And after I finish stirring it, make sure it's all mixed properly. I'm just going to leave it for about 5-10 minutes. This has got about I think it's a 40-minute working time, this resin. Just to make sure that any of the mica that maybe not mixed, it floats to the top, and you can remix it in. And get rid of some of those big bubbles that come to the top as well. So I'll meet you back here when that is ready. Just found another little piece of glitter. It's trouble when you're working with glitter. It gets everywhere. Yeah, always find a little piece, comes off your clothes, and yeah, there. He's gone. Right. Let's move all this over. These little moulds, they're a little bit warped, so I'm just pushing them hard up against each other. I hope they square them out a bit. I might place something on each side to straighten them up a little bit. Anyway, okay, so there's our resin. So I'm going to spray them with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. And for anyone that's new to this, that just helps eliminate bubbles, helps them rise, helps them not stick to the edges. So just give it a quick spray each, and I'll try and divide this up equally. Now I'm taking it up, whoops, about 3/4 of the way up the mould. Actually, no, it's probably, yeah, it would be 3/4 of the way up the mould. Let's have a look. Okay, I have got, how many mils have I got left? Okay, I've probably got 50 mils left, so I didn't need 50. What does it say on there? Yeah, I've got 50 left, so I needed 150 for these 4. That's okay. I've got a mould here that I'm just topping up with my leftovers, so I'll pop some in there. Well, I could actually start with this. Yeah, no, it's probably a better idea if I don't waste it and I'll put it in this. Oh, you messy girl. Okay, let me give that a quick spray. And this one here, what I'll do is I'll pop some alcohol down in there and just make sure it gets right down into those corners. Give it a squish around. Now, can you see? Yeah, you can see. So I'll just pop it next to it. Actually, that can push up against it and help straighten those. And I'll pull up. Let's see if we've got enough. No, we don't. It's okay. I'll just mix up a little bit more and top this up. And then I'll come back at the next stage. So what I'm going to do is going to leave this probably for an hour, and then I'm going to come back and pop my pictures on while they're still wet. Right, back in a tick. Just quickly before I mix some more up, I've got to tell you I just squeeze these corners just in case there's an air pocket trapped in there. Right. Just over folded a tad, just take a little bit out. And then of course just put the rest in the spare mould I have. It'll be interesting to see what this turns out like. It's got all sorts in this mould. I'll unmold that on one of my videos when it's full. Okay, I'll be back in a couple of hours probably. Right, I came and tested them. I've done two and I'll show you how I did them. So I just tested the resin and you just touch it lightly, and if it makes a little string like that is, then that's about right. So it's not runny and it's not going to move around. Okay, so picture. Move that out of the way actually. Now just try and put it in the centre. Can move it around a little bit. That's probably good placement actually. And then smooth it out from the centre. So you've got good contact. And if you see here, I don't know if you can see, you can see it's not made contact properly, so I just get this little micro brush thingy and just press down on the sides to get rid of that air on the corners. this one. Can move it a little bit, but not much when you get them in. And just run that along this edge. If you do find that your laminated picture has a bit of a curl on it and it's not sitting straight, you can just come back in another, say, half an hour and repress the edges down if you want. I haven't really had that problem. Cool. Right, we can leave that now. When those are fully cured, then I'm going to top coat them. Probably don't have to wait till they're fully cured, but I am going to because I've got other things to do today. So I'll come back and put the top layer on. And when I put the top layer on, I'm going to dome them as much as I can, so I don't have to put a final coat on later. Cool. These turned out really good. So I've got my 4 coasters there. They're domed nicely, so I don't have to put any more resin on top. So that was good. So I've got these cork backs, and I'm just going to pop one on each of the back of these. Oops, they're too big. Pop that back on. And I'm just going to trace around. I might make it just a tad smaller so it doesn't overhang. Okay, cut those out and pop them on. I'm going to cut on the inside of the ink mark there. Just so we don't have any ink on our cork. Alright, put that over. Whoops. Oh dear. Yeah, they're quite hard to get off. Okay, do that one again. They are very sticky, so yeah, you can get them off if you're careful, but I was a bit rough there. That is better. And there we have. What do you think? I think the colour of the mica went really well with the Highland cattle. Love it. I think my daughter's going to really like those. So I'll just do those to all 4 and then they just sit in this little cradle. Okay guys, well thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think of these little coasters. And we'll catch you on the next one. Bye. I've just realised that my camera stopped when I was doming these with the clear resin. So sorry about that guys, you won't have footage of that. So I'll just tell you what I did. I used a different resin for the doming. I use this one here, epoxy doming resin. It's a lot thinner than my craft resin, and I don't get bubbles in this, and that's why I use it for the top layer, and it's rock hard. It's really good stuff. Yeah, so that is a 2-to-1 mix, these ones here. So 2 of this to 1 of that, and when I filled up on top when they're in the mould, I just kept adding it until I could just see it doming. And so then because I did that, then I didn't have to put another coat on after I took it out. If you don't put enough in, the resin sort of curls up the sides and you get these real sharp edges. So these don't have the sharp edges because I just kept putting it in until I could see with the light shining on it that it was doming. Yeah, so that's how I did that. Okay guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll pop some photos up for you.